Fancy seeing you there. Hey, we're on socials right now on Facebook, we're over on Twitter, we're on YouTube, and we're live on the radio, and we're on the stream. So all these different ways that people can see what we're up to here in the studio, because it's a pretty big deal. I happen to have a very important, a very influential Christian artist. Actually, she's an award-winning Christian artist, now we can say. Her name is Emory Berrey. She's joining me in studio right now. Emory, how are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. So, life has been a little busy for you here lately. I mean, you've got all kinds of stuff going on. First, I got to come and be a part of and watch your big thing, your sophomore recital over at Sneed State, and you did an absolutely amazing job. I got to tell you that first.
Thank
Such
you.
a beautiful voice. And then you guys had a showcase there where all the music department put on some stuff. And then you had this other thing that you just did over the weekend, and it was a pretty big success. So tell us all a little bit about Emory Berrey. What were you studying in school? How did everything go? Have you graduated? And then we'll get into this whole thing that you did over the weekend. Sound good? All right. So tell us a little bit about Emory.
So, I just graduated from Sneed State Community College. And I still have like one and a half classes left online.
Okay.
Unfortunately, but I still graduated, sort of. Hold on. What was your last question?
Well, no, we were just, so what exactly was it that you were trying to accomplish at Sneed State? Are we
Right.
talking about just getting basics out of the way, or did we get a music degree? What's going on with that?
Okay, so right now I just got my general education credits out of the way.
Nice.
So that way when I move to a different college, I can get a worship leading degree.
Very cool. All right, so heavily involved too with the music department there. I know
Yes.
you were part of the singers. Y'all did such an amazing job. Even put together like this Broadway kind of feeling skit for the performance, that last one of the year, which was pretty cool. So tell me about how vocal training and everything went there at Sneed State. Did you like your teacher? Do you feel like they set you up for success there at Sneed?
I definitely think, so I'm doing a camp this semester, or this summer, and it's being a musical theater director for like a Bible camp.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I'm going to use this type of music except like with that, because I've done theater my whole life, and I used to think that I want to do Broadway one day.
Yeah.
And I'm not entirely opposed to it still, but at the same time, it's not really where my complete passion is. And there's only so much time in the world when you live, so you have to pick and choose sometimes. But I mean, I think like not as a career, I don't think I would do it for a whole career, but I've had a lot of training in classical and like opera type stuff, and musical theater, which will really help me help the kids at the camp. And also if I do maybe like a TV thing one day, I'm not really sure. I still like that because I used to do auditions for like TV shows and stuff. But I just asked God if it wasn't his will right now just to close the door, and he did, like literally in 3 weeks. And so I was like, okay. But I mean, I think I'm going to use it throughout what I've learned from Sneed throughout the rest of my life here and there. So
For sure. There's a lot of experience. That experience will take you different places. Now you're a little more comfortable in different situations, which is awesome. I remember back when you were in high school and your mom was reaching out and saying, hey, Emory's part of this competition. Would you kind of put the word out there, let people know they can go vote? And I did, and it was some pretty cool stuff you were involved in. So I'm glad that we've been a part of your journey now for a while. And but this most recent thing that you did down at the Georgiana Opry House, that was a pretty exciting thing. I know you were kind of, I don't know, you didn't know what to think, because this is like the first time they'd ever done this at the Opry House. And then it was a competition. It was you and some other people. So you went into this thing not quite knowing how it was going to turn out, but confident in your abilities and your talents, and confident in God, of course, because you know he's the one who's given you these talents in the first place. So tell us all, how did it turn out? Did you finish first or second or third, or what happened there?
I finished last. No, I'm just kidding. Well, first of all, like when I saw this post, because somebody I saw it, my dad sent it to me, but somebody else had sent it to him from our family, because I guess it just popped up on their page or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, because like I've never heard of this place before in my life.
Yeah.
So I was very hesitant about doing it.
Right.
But then I just like prayed, and I was like, God, if you want me to do this, and if it's not, a scam, because I've never heard of this place in my life, and this is their first ever talent show,
Yeah.
then I'll go for it. And he revealed to me that to go for it, and I did, and then I won, apparently.
Yeah, and winning was a pretty big deal. I mean, there was a cash prize, there was some studio time. Tell us how all that is kind of happening right now.
So the top 3 prizes, hopefully I'll get this right. The third prize, they won a brand new guitar, and that guitar was really nice.
Yeah.
Like it really was, and $625. Then the second prize, they get to sing, because there's 2 people that are doing it. They get to sing at the Hank Williams Festival that's coming up. I don't know if they're going to do it next year or this year, but I think it's this year. And they won like 1,000 something in cash prizes. And then for me, there's a guy named Leon Everett, and he has a lot of gold records and stuff like that. He has a lot of experience, and he has his own studio and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
And I think his song Cut and Paste is really up there in the charts right now. So, but he has an awesome testimony from like when he wasn't really following God, and how that transition to where he is following God now. Like it's really amazing.
Yeah.
But basically, I get to record 2 songs with him in the studio for free, and
Nice.
I won $2,500.
Very cool. We're taking a look at some of the photos from what all went down, and a few of these. Now, I think this is the guy you're talking about, right? This is the producer?
Yes,
Yes.
Leon Everett. But he also, like I said, is a musician himself. He's toured all over the place. And
Cool.
So yeah,
And even getting to hold a pup there.
that's their little baby.
So cool. Yeah, so for those of you who didn't know, we are live on socials right now as well. So you can go over there and take a look at all these pictures, kind of sharing them. I know it was quite the event, and I'm so glad that you pulled off first place. There was no doubt in my mind that you could make it, Emory, because you have such a beautiful voice. And
Oh,
I know
thank you.
I know that you've been trying to make it with Christian music for a while, and you're just at the beginning of your journey. But yeah, I really feel like you've got what it takes. I mean, I'm in radio. I listen to these songs all the time. I can kind of tell when something's going to hit or not. And your voice is very unique in a lot of different ways. Plus, your range is just amazing.
Thank you.
So you're very welcome. And so getting ready to record these songs, any idea what songs they're going to be? Do you have anything kind of mapped out? Have you written some songs specifically for this, or how's that going to work?
Well, I was just told like yesterday that he would like to have 4 songs by Tuesday, and
Okay.
I was thinking,
I got
because but the good Lord's gonna help me, and I'm working on it right now. I'm actually, after this, I'm probably gonna go back and start working on my song "More to Life."
Okay.
That song I wrote. There's one song that I'm working on in the studio right now that has a similar meaning. Like it's one of the things God spoke to me in like the darkest time of my life.
Yeah.
And it helped me keep going. And so like More to Life is kind of like that, but it's different. It's definitely different. I don't know if you would call it a radio song
Okay.
because it's interesting, but I really love it, and hopefully other people will really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I have other songs that are more peppy and happy, not like all dark and gloomy.
I got you. Hey, that's one of the things that we deal with as humans. We have these emotions. Some things are sad. Some things are really happy. Some things are just, powerful. And it's cool the way that God uses the music to really touch people's hearts. So I know you're up to good things, and there's going to be a lot of great stuff happening in the studio. But right now, I think I'd like to listen to one of your songs. It is Finished. This is the most recent one I got a hold of. So I'm going to hit this on the radio. And for those of you not on socials, I want you to, if you're at a place where you can, come on over to socials. We're going to hang out here for a little while this song is playing. And I'll be taking questions, anything like that. I'll be making sure that your questions from social are making it through, and we'll chat a little bit. All right? So here is Emory Berrey's song, It Is Finished, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. All right, so radio is hearing that, but we are not playing it here because even though you're the artist, even though you're the songwriter, you know Facebook will pull it because it's copyrighted material. Isn't that funny?
I literally was going to tell you, I was like, you can totally play it on Facebook. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I got you. But hey, this is a great opportunity for us to kind of see if anything's coming over from socials. So let me go over there and check it out real quick.
I will say that song that you're playing was my competition song
Oh, it was?
that I won with. Mhm.
Awesome. Okay. Very cool. Now, you have been working with David Vest for a while.
Yes.
He's been your producer now for how many songs?
5.
5 songs. Yeah. So I know David. He's a pretty cool guy. And he's really got a good ear. And some of the stuff that he does in there, I imagine it's him playing the drums on those tracks, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, because he's a drummer.
Well, I mean, he does a lot.
Right.
He adds a lot of instruments into there. So, like,
Uh-huh.
I just kind of show up with the piano and the vocals and maybe some ideas that I have in my head for, like, a certain sound or whatever. And then I'm like, here you go.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I got you. Yeah. David, I remember seeing him, I think, for the first time. He was actually playing with the band. Well, let's say the dad of the band, Kane. Back when Charlie Kane was touring, he was like this Christian rock guy, and David was his drummer. And it was so much fun watching him because David had this huge drum set. And I'm geeking out over here right now because I'm a drummer too. So
Also same, but not exactly. I mean, like, I play the marimba, but I do like to bang on the drums.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's just nothing like taking out your anger on a drum head. It's so much fun. It relieves so much stress. Oh, yeah, Evelyn, your mom is on Facebook right now talking about David being an amazing producer. Yes, he is. So, yeah, got a lot of love being shared right here on Facebook, kind of going through. Your mom is tagging some people, so getting some people on here to watch, to listen, that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's on Facebook. Let me go over here and check out Instagram, or check out Twitter real quick.
David Vest actually played recently with Charlie Kane again
Really?
as
Oh,
a
wow.
50-year anniversary.
That is so cool.
And so that's where I got to meet the kids and also their kids.
Yeah.
And then their dad as well and their mom, just the whole Kane family.
Yeah.
And they're very genuine, sweet people. And so, yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, hey, let's hop back onto radio here in 10 seconds, and we'll talk a little bit more. Sound good? All right. Hold on. That was Emory Berrey with It Is Finished. Just so happens we've got Emory Berrey with us right now in the studio, and we're talking a little bit about, well, what's next for Emory? Because we already found out that she has graduated from Sneed State. Now she's won this competition. She's doing her dream, really. That's getting some music out there. God's laying stuff on her heart. She's writing songs. But what's next for Emory Berrey? Emory, tell us. Fill us in. What's next?
Well, I'm going to go to a different college in Nashville.
Oh, Music City, huh?
Mhm.
Very nice.
And, that's all God because I was thinking, well, I mean, at first I wanted to go to this college like 2 years ago, but I guess it wasn't time, and I'm glad we went this route actually instead. I mean, it took some work, and it was kind of like, I really wanted to go to the 4-year, but, I'm glad we went this way.
Yeah.
But I plan on going there and, like I said earlier, getting my worship leading degree. And hopefully, like, gig around. I kind of want to find a way where I can gig around doing contemporary Christian music and, like, worship.
Yes.
I know I've done that before in some coffee shop. When I went and started gigging around here for a little bit, doing pop and country, it's not that I'm against the music. It's just like when I went home, I was like, man, like I feel wet, like because it just doesn't make me feel passionate.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of felt like more of a job in a way than enjoying what I'm singing.
Gotcha. I understand. Yeah, there's something about it when you have a passion for the message behind the music, because that's the biggest deal. That's the takeaway for a lot of this music. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people tune in to contemporary Christian radio is because the message behind the song. God uses that message so many times at just the right time to touch your heart.
For
And
sure.
to be a part of that is huge. It makes you feel good, because you're not just putting good music out there, but you're making a difference.
For sure. And I can say that, like, there's been many times, and I mean many, a lot, where God will either put a song, like, on the radio where I just needed to hear it. I feel like he put it where I just needed to hear it, because there's been times where I needed something, and I got it when I turned on the radio immediately.
Very cool.
But he'll remind me of a song or something, like, just perfect with what I needed to hear also. So it's
gotcha.
definitely knowing that he does that, and helps others through the music. It's very important, like this thing that we do, and honestly anywhere, like with whatever you're doing, you do it for God and helping others. And I think that no matter what you're doing, if you're laying carpet like my pastor was
Keith
for a
Hodges
while,
over at Liberty,
or if you're, I don't know, horseback riding, or mopping the floors in a school, you can make a difference no matter what you do.
Right.
So
I got you. Some inspirational stuff, Emory. That's good. That's good. So now these songs that you've been writing, I guess they come from personal experiences so many times, right?
absolutely, all of them.
What is that songwriting process like for you? I mean, do you collaborate with other people, or basically you just kind of get alone and you get pen and paper and you start writing down ideas?
Well, there's been many times where, like, lyrics will just come into my head and I'm just like, I have to write this down right now or I'm gonna forget. Or if like a sound, something that just like I feel, I'm like, I gotta write that down too, or sing it into my phone just to have it. And so, like, I want to clean that up this summer because I have so many. It's all scattered all over my, like, computer and different stuff. But the songwriting process is, for me, I mean, I guess everybody can have their own songwriting process, but for me, I usually will go to the piano, and if I'll just start playing something, or I'll, like, transpose the key or whatever because it's easier that way.
Right.
And by transpose, I mean I press a button, and I just, because it's so much easier.
Right. It's like a capo for a guitar. You just press a button.
Instead of having to, like, do all the musicality stuff, it's much easier doing that. And
it's not that you can't. It's just easier to do this other way.
It just.
I got you.
It's faster, and you can fix it later into, like, the right key. But anyways,
right.
But my producer's probably like, well, Emory, you got to get that. I still struggle with some musical stuff, but I'm gonna do that when I get to Nashville. Hopefully, like a minor in music or something like that.
Cool.
I don't remember what they said. We have to minor in something.
Gotcha.
But basically, with the songwriting process, like I said, I usually start with the piano, and if I have something and I'll just start playing, I'm like, oh, that sounds really good. I like that. Or that sounds horrible. I'm not using that.
Kind of trial and error. That works, that doesn't.
And then from there, I'll use my phone or iPad because it has more storage, and I'll just video or computer, either way. Yeah. And I'll start with, like, the beginning. Okay, I want the piano to go this way. So I'll just record that little piece. And then once I get all the pieces recorded of, like, the music and then the way that I want to sing it and all that stuff, then I go to iMovie and I connect them all together.
Nice.
That way, when I want to go back and redo it all, I can just look and be like, okay, I play the piano like that, and it's all connected.
Cool.
It just makes it easier. That's how I do it.
It's more visual, and you have these reference points where you can go back and say, okay, this worked, this didn't. I remember now, this is what I did there. That's smart. Very smart. Cool. So when does this next chapter start? This college? When are you supposed to start?
August.
All right. So we got a little time here.
Sort of.
You said something about wanting to gig a little more. So I wonder, how can people get in touch with you, Emory, if they say they're having a special thing at their church? They're like, we'd love Emory to come be a part of this. I wonder if maybe she could come and sing. How do they get in touch with you?
Well, let's see. You can go to my Facebook page, Emory Berrey, so EMORY BERREY.
Yeah.
Or you can email me at berrey.emory@gmail.com. The emails that I get a lot on that one, so I just have to make sure that it's not, like, like I should be able to see it. It's
Yeah.
just I get a lot of emails there, so Messenger is great.
Okay, so Facebook Messenger is a great place too. Awesome. So that's how they can get in touch with Emory Berrey. Cool. So maybe we can get you a few more places to go and share your gifts before
Hopefully.
you have to go to college.
For sure.
Cool.
Probably not too much because looking at my schedule for the next couple months is insane. I
Really?
mean, it is like I don't even have words. I mean, it's great, but I'm like, wow. And I'm not even going to be here for the whole month of July because I'm going to be doing a camp. So.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so a lot of crazy things happening, but all good stuff. Thank you for carving out some time to be here with us this morning.
No problem. I'm
Yeah.
excited that I got to be here. So, in the studio or the radio studio.
Yeah, very cool. All right, then. Well, I guess that's going to do it for us. We might hang out on Facebook just a little while longer, but on radio, let me go ahead and get you to a song, and we'll get some weather, word of life, and ministry and business impact partners. Stick around here with us on the Lifeline Morning Show on your 88.5 JFM, making your day better. Here is Brooke Lidgertwood with 1,000 Hallelujahs. All right, Emory, good job.
Oh, thank you.
We're still live on Facebook. I'm going to go over there and peruse and see what's going on. We had quite a few. Yeah, Shannon Conley Matthews giving the hand claps over there. Let me like that. Yeah, I know, right, Evelyn? I did. I put it in there correctly, and then spell check got me, so I realized what happened, and I got it fixed. Does spell check always make your last name without the E at the end, Emory?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It did that to me today, too. But I got it fixed, so we're good to go.
Yeah, my phone now, every time, I don't know what it does. Like, it's not that. It'll get it right, but it puts it in all caps, so it's like Emory Berrey. Like, and I'm like,
Scream that last name, yeah.
I'm like, that's not, and then I have to go back, and I'm like, this, and then I have to try to fix it. Sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know what it is.
I got you.
I don't know.
All right. So, so when are you supposed to get in the studio with this guy?
Okay, so we're looking in June.
Okay.
Sometime, and then hopefully I can get back in the studio with David Vest next Friday.
Okay.
To finish up my song "Everything Beautiful" in time or something. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna call it. I don't know yet.
All right. So that's your next single coming from David Vest's studios.
Yes, and I'm gonna actually have a friend sing harmony in the background.
Cool.
Joshua Malone.
All right.
So he actually has his own music out right now, like 2 songs. One is country and one is like a worship type song, I think.
Okay.
So he's got a very nice voice and he knows how to play everything.
Cool.
So.
All right. Sounds great. So I guess let's dig into a little bit more about when you have a song idea, you kind of put together all the ideas and you bring it to David. How exactly does that work with the producer?
So when I go to him once I have my music ready. So like if I have, I'll have the piano done and the vocals, and then we go in there and we'll just start tracking the piano.
Right.
And then from there, I mean, sometimes it's either before or after, but I'll basically say, hey, like, I have this vibe I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Or this vibe. And there's been many times where I'll pull up a song that I really like, that the kind of vibe that I'm going for.
Okay.
Obviously not the same.
Of course.
But it has like that little sparkle. And so he'll add that, and he's very creative. So he just kind of makes it his own.
Yeah.
And and he'll add the instruments on top and all of that after the piano. Or like another song I'm working on right now, I came in with a piano, but he thinks that I have a lot of piano songs, which he's not wrong. I have a lot of piano heavy songs.
Well, that's your main instrument.
It's my main instrument.
It's understandable. I got you.
So he's going to use like guitar and horns instead.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, I like that idea.
Nice.
I like it.
Can you get around on a guitar?
I took a couple weeks at Sneed guitar lessons, and that's actually the 1 credit hour that I'm taking this summer as a mini is guitar.
Nice.
So I mean, sort of.
Yeah. So you've got an option. You can strap on a guitar and sing a song too. That'd be great. That's good to have some versatility on the stage.
I would like to know more about the guitar, but at the same time,
yeah. I don't know about for you, but how does that work with a lady playing guitar? Because y'all like to have longer fingernails. And for that left hand on the guitar, you got to be able to press those strings all the way down on that fretboard. And so the long fingernails just don't cut it, do they?
Yeah, mine stay pretty short.
Pretty short. Gotcha. My fingers are too fat to play guitar, I guess. I try, but I'm not very successful.
Well, my hands are so small, especially like on the piano if I want to do like an octave.
Oh, yeah. Stretching that pinky and thumb.
I mean, my pinky's like, it just doesn't work.
Right. I got you.
try, but it doesn't work.
But then again, for guitar, that should be great because you can kind of get in there and press each individual string without that finger touching another string and muting it.
Yes.
So
if I have a baby guitar, it's easier.
Baby guitar.
Not like a baby, but
I know what you mean.
smaller.
Yeah.
Because the big ones are way too big for me. So.
And see, for me, I'm looking forward to like a classical guitar because it's got a wider neck on it, so my fat fingers don't get in the way. So you got just the opposite problem. I got you. All right. Well, hey, we're just about to hit some weather, so thank you so much for carving out some time. And for everybody watching right now on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, if you would, please share this with as many people as possible. And we want to get the word out about what's happening with Emory. And a big congratulations to her winning this first ever Hank Williams Sr. Talent Showcase.
Can I say something else
Georgiana
on the radio?
On the radio? Sure,
Yeah.
you can. So
Thank
let me hit some weather, and then I'll come up and just kind of give you the floor, and you say what you want to say, and then we'll just kind of play it by ear, okay?
Okay.
Cool. All right, just a brief hold.
They really are your neighbor and your friend when it comes to doing business. You can find them on Highway 431 in Albertville or online at team1nissan.com. Customer driven, community focused. That's Team One Nissan in Albertville.
I'm WAFF 48 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis. Here's your forecast. Good Thursday morning. We're looking at an isolated shower storm early this morning, then a large break, kind of like yesterday. The humidity will get higher. You're going to notice that. It's felt a little muggy out there, but I think a lot of that's just been the warmness of the air. It's going to get hot and humid over the weekend with highs near 90, heat index in the mid-90s. Overall, isolated storm chances for the weekend, but for this afternoon, another round of scattered storms.
Right now it's 68 degrees in Boaz, it's 69 in Arab, and over in Albertville, it's 70 right here in Gunnersville. Hey, I hope you're having a great morning so far. You know, we have these business impact partners who help us do what we do on a daily basis. And the one bringing you your forecast this hour is none other than Nick Couch and the whole crew up at Classic by the Lake Express Car Wash. They're a locally owned, locally operated, full-service family car wash and the home of the unlimited monthly wash plan. They're at the top of the mountain in Gunnersville, next door to Gunnersville Chevrolet. That's Classic by the Lake Express Car Wash. Now your word of life. Today it comes to you from Colossians chapter 4, verse 2 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. Devote yourselves to prayer with an alert mind and a thankful heart. Again, that's Colossians 4, verse 2 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. You can find that word of life to share with your friends and family on our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok pages. And it's always at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. Well, that's got our weather. That's got our word of life. And you know what? Emory's still in the studio with me, so I'm just going to turn this music down a little bit. And yeah, thanks, Emory, for hanging around. I know there was something else you wanted to touch on.
Yes. So I don't have all the details yet, but this showcase that I did is supposed to be yearly.
Nice.
And so they plan on doing this, you know, every year until whenever, just because they want to build the community, because it's such a small community where they're at, and they just want to give the community a good opportunity, something that they can come and enjoy, and, you know, instead of doing other things that might not be so healthy, they would have opportunities to like express their whatever in that place. And so so there's, you're not on Facebook, so you probably can't, or yeah, you probably can't see this, but if you go over to Facebook, this is one thing that was at the showcase, and it's like a little tile, and so I think she's gonna be putting I don't know if it's every person, but she's going to be filling up kind of the walls with these kind of tiles with each person that, you know, comes and does the showcase, like finalists.
Yeah.
I mean, you only have so much room, so I don't know how long that's going to last. But, you can go to Georgiana Opry House. Like, you can type that in on Google or something, and the website should pop up.
Okay.
Well, you have Facebook, yes, but, like on the internet, not Facebook.
Sure.
And you should be able to just click on the website, and I'm not sure if if auditions are starting yet. But basically, yeah, if you scroll down, and you click learn more, obviously that was, our past weekend one, but it just talks about, the showcase and how you enter and all that kind of stuff, how old you got to be.
Right.
And yes, there's a $50 deposit, which I wasn't sure about at first, but it is like they do have cash prizes in the talent show.
Yeah.
So, like I said, trust me, I was hesitant to, because I know in most auditions you don't pay, but in cash prize like ones, I think that you do sometimes. And so, yeah, you just basically, you'll do the deposit or whatever and just follow the steps. You got the video submission rules and all of that. But, like if you want to do this, you can totally audition for next year's showcase. And I recommend it because, I think overall, yes, there was definitely some bumps in the road because it was their first time ever doing it.
Yeah.
And Tracy had a lot on her hands, But at the same time, I think overall it was a great experience. Not just because I won. Even if I didn't win, I think it would have been still a wonderful experience. And you make new friends, and unless somebody's mean. But, everybody was really nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just be on the lookout. You probably should check out their Facebook page. They'll probably post about when the next audition is. I think they're going to have to, switch out some things. But,
right.
She did talk about it being open pretty soon. So
nice.
Yeah, you should definitely do it if you're a musician, and I recommend doing an original more than doing a cover song because people tend to like originals a little more than cover songs.
Yeah.
But if you don't have an original, you can still do great with a cover song as well. So,
cool.
Yeah.
So for those aspiring artists out there, this is a great opportunity to get out there and be part of a competition, see what it's all like. That's cool. Hey, show us that hat one more time. And pick that thing up so we can see it pretty well. Very cool. So that's your winner hat. First annual. Yeah.
Well,
that's
actually,
your finalist hat.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
finalists. This is for, all the finalists. She gave a couple of some little gifts to us. So
cool.
It was very sweet of her.
All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for being here. We're going to get back to the music. It's Micah Tyler, I See Grace. And everybody, if you would, please share this with as many people as possible across social media. You can find it on Facebook, also on Twitter and YouTube. Again, Emory, thanks so much for carving out some time.
Thank you.
All right.